drug. Okay, so this is interesting. This on the top of the vial, it's upside down. So this is the front of the vial. Let me see if I can. All right, I can. Oops. All right, the top of the vial. So much was made of, Redonda had just pulled Versed 20, 26.232 hours before or something. I don't know. Very, very recently. It did strike her as odd that it was a powder, but again, she's not an experienced nurse. She was distracted. That's not a crime to be distracted. It's not a crime to be distracted. It is not a crime to be distracted. Now, yes, she shouldn't have been. But the system, when you're pulling a medication, should be set up such that you might be distracted when you're doing it. The system should be set up assuming that you may be distracted when you're doing it. So the system was, and changes have been made to the system since, which just tells you, hey, there were things that kind of channeled this to happen, not just Redonda Vaught being, consciously or consciously disregarding. Right? Yes, she shouldn't have done the override, but if you do the override searching for generic, and I used to get confused by this all the time. Oh, that was just so, I was like, why is this guy? This just drives me nuts. I just want the damn med. Yeah. So she put in VE, distracted, pulled out vecuronium. Well, it never should have been possible to pull out the vecuronium. I don't understand. This doesn't make sense to me. You should, whether it's brand name or generic name, it doesn't matter. If you put in VE and there's 5 meds that begin with VE, they're all grayed out. I don't care if you've done an override or not. They're all grayed out. Can't pull one of them. You keep putting in letters until you have a unique answer. I don't know if that makes sense, but it makes sense to me. There's no reason why it can't be like that. It could have been like that, 20 years it could have been like that. I mean, this is not that hard to program, right? So you put in VE, there's 5 meds, whatever. You put in VER, there's 3 meds. You still can't take a med out. You put in VERQ. So if you put in VERS, then now you have one medication up there. You hit it and it says, do you want to override, blah, 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 all this other stuff. But the fact that just because you override, you're given this panel of medications from which to choose, that doesn't make sense. Oh, it's an emergency. Okay, well, yeah. It still doesn't make sense. Now, there's been changes that have been made, specifically at Vanderbilt, that changed this. I don't think they even have vecuronium. I think they have rocuronium now. Vecuronium is not even in there. You have to put in paralytic, PARAL, or the first 5 letters or something. I don't know, all these things. So so basically, this couldn't have happened today. Now, what does that mean? It means that there are problems with the system. I don't think they were nefarious problems. I don't think they were criminal problems. But it just means that a trusting, new, distracted person got channeled into a bad situation and someone died as a result. Or not. We don't know. I'm not convinced that the patient died because of the vecuronium. And I don't think anyone should be unless you just want to force that. So much was made of, let's back up, on the top here, the red, right? So on the front, vecuronium bromide for injection, for IV use only, protect from light, 1 milligram per ml, when reconstituted, 10 ml, Lake Forest, 10 ml. Okay, nothing on the front says anything about being a paralytic or anything like that. You do not have to turn this damn vial around, regardless of what the cackling hag. I'm sorry, cackling hag. Everyone knows who I'm talking about when I say that. The cackling hag. That woman, I understand why the prosecution picked her, but I have no respect for her as an expert witness. None. I've been doing this. I've been in the medical field 35 years. When's the last time she worked at the bedside and how long did she do it? That's all I care about. When's the last time she worked consistently in an ICU in any kind of capacity for a year, full time? When's the last time that happened? That's all I care about. I don't care book knowledge. I don't give a damn about book knowledge or what a perfect nurse would do or what you should do. I don't care about any of that crap. I don't care. So, sorry, a little irritated by the cackling hag, but I'm going to call her. It's Cackling Hag. Accuse me of using an ad hominem. That's fine. I don't care. Everyone knows who I'm talking about, so it's not that hard to, it's not that bad to say. Okay, you don't have to turn this around. Okay, reconstituted 10 mLs. It doesn't say it must be in bacteriostatic water. You can actually dilute vecuronium or reconstitute vecuronium in normal saline. There's nothing wrong with that. You can. I've done it myself. You can. There's nothing wrong. So on the back side, on the top, paralytic agent warning or warning paralytic agent. Okay, so someone takes this around and look at the jury. You show it to the jury. Look, it's right there, big red letters on the bottom of the drawer. When you take the medic, it doesn't matter. If you think you pulled Versed, that stuff doesn't register. So paralyzing agent on the top. Okay, you don't have to necessarily put the vial on a tabletop, pop the top. Oh, it says paralyzing. What is that? Oh, no. If she reconstituted this when she was down with the patient, you turn it upside down, you put the needle in it, you don't have to even see this. I don't know if that makes sense, but you don't have to look at the back. You don't have to look at this to draw the medication up. You just don't. Now, if you want to tell a nice story, you say, oh my goodness, she had to look and say it was bacteriostatic water. She neglected to use that. She never should have used saline. Well, it didn't say on the front. She didn't see this label. You don't have to look at the label. You don't have to look at the top of you can do it. You just need to tilt it. You don't need to be able to read what's on it, and you put the needle in. I've done this thousands of times. Okay? You don't have to have seen this or read the back of the damn vial to draw it up. Regardless of what that cackling hag said. Probably not professional of me to say that, but I don't give a damn. I don't think she was professional in saying this had any resemblance whatsoever to drunk driving. That's what pisses me off about the cackling hag. That's what no, this is not at all similar. So the fact that she brought that up and the defense attorney didn't rip her a new asshole for saying something so stupid. Sorry, I apologize, but this is nothing like being drunk, getting drunk, and driving drunk. Absolutely nothing like it. But you plant those kind of seeds. All you have to do is, if you want to convict someone, you just tell stories, and this jury just not at all impressed with them. They didn't think very carefully about what they were doing either, but they kind of went with the general sense of what the prosecution was saying. And it was a Friday. They wanted to get out of there. It's just very sad. But I don't understand how they found her guilty on either charge. Fortunately, they found her not reckless homicide, but criminally negligent homicide. But even that, they're just nope.